I brought some things in the basket for you to look at. You want to take them out and look at them, and let's see what they are. Do you know what those are?
Balls.
Yeah, there's some balls in there. Do you know what this is? Have you ever seen that before? Miss Jo used to play with those when she was little. That's called a jack. Oh, you knew it. You were saying it, weren't you? That's a jack. That's a jack. Let's see what else we've got in our basket. What is that?
A jump rope.
Jump rope. Do you know how to jump rope?
Barely.
Barely? You're learning, huh? What else do we have in our basket? Do you know what that is?
A water bottle.
It's a jug. We call it a jug. You know what this is? It's kind of like jelly.
Jar.
It's in a jar. That's right. It's a jar of jam. A jar of jam. Have you ever put jam on your toast before? I've got a couple more things. What are these?
Jelly beans.
Jelly beans. And what's the last thing in our basket? You know what that is? Does your mama ever make that? Jell-O. Does your mom ever make Jell-O at the house? No? Well, we'll have to try some Jell-O sometime. It's good. Have you had it at school?
No, but I tried it before.
You have tried it before? Do you like it? Good. So let's look at these as we put them back in. We've got Jell-O. We've got, what's that?
Jam.
Jam. We've got
Jelly beans.
jelly beans. We've got, remember what that was? A jug. A jug. We've got
Jump rope.
jump rope, and we've got
Balls and jacks.
jacks. What do you think those all have in common?
J. I
You're
told you we
right.
were going to learn about J.
How did you know we were going to learn about J today? We are going to learn the letter J in Braille today. What does the letter J say?
J. J.
Very good. Okay. I have the letter J here on one of our cards. We have
Jump rope.
a jump rope on the picture, a capital J, and a lowercase J. And what do we have at the top?
Braille J.
A Braille J. Can you feel that Braille J for me? Let's see what it feels like. Straight across. What dot numbers do you think are in that Braille J?
1, 2, 5. 1, 2, and 5.
You think it's 1, 2, and 5? How about, does it have a dot 4 in it? Up at the top there? How many dots are on one side? On the left side, how many dots are there?
1.
1. It's a dot 2. And on the other side, there's how many dots? On your right side, there's how many dots?
1.
I think there's 2. Can you tell that there's 2? Okay, there's a dot 2, a dot 4, and a dot 5. Let's look at that on the swing ceiling. Dot 2, a dot 4, and a dot 5. It's got an empty space up at the top there. See,
A lot of
like,
empty spaces.
it's got an empty space up here at the top. It's kind of like
It has
your
a lot
G.
of empty spaces.
Let me show you something. Here's my dot 2, and here's my dot 4, and here's my dot 5. If I were to connect those dots, that kind of makes a J, doesn't it? Doesn't that kind of look like a print J?
That kind of like makes an L where it's backwards.
Yes, it kind of does look like an L that is backwards. But it kind of looks like a print J, or Braille J does. Okay? So where would that go on the Braille writer? Let's see what dots would we use on the Braille writer. Okay, can you make a Braille J on the swing cell for me? Excellent. Tell me the dot numbers in the Braille J.
2, 4, 5.
Okay, let's see if we can find those on the Braille writer. Where would our dots 2, 4? You want to spread that one out and I'll do this one? Where would our dots 2, 4, and 5 be? Would be. You're going to do a dot 2 this time. Let's find them. You're going to do a dot 2. You're so used to doing that K. You're going to do a dot 2. Now let's do 4 and 5. Can you find those? 4 and 5. Good. That's going to be your Braille J. And we're going to make some of those today. And we're going to write some words that start with the letter J. Cool? Okay, good. Let's get your Braille writer, get your paper in your Braille writer, okay? I want you to make some J's for me. We just learned the letter J. What does it say?
J.
Okay. And what are the dots?
Makes the letter G sound.
Yeah, what?
Sometimes it makes the letter G sound.
Sometimes it sounds like, sometimes the G makes a J sound. It does, like in the gym. What are the dot numbers in the J? Okay, now make a dot 2. There you go. 2.
4.
2, 4, and 5. Good. Very good. Now I want you to space. I want you to make a few more J's for me. And I want you to space in between each one, okay? And we've been doing a lot of letters lately that have dots 1 and 3 and not a dot 2. So you're going to have to really think that you're going to do a dot 2 this time and not a dot 1 and 3, okay? Good. That was right. Bless you. Okay? All right. And space, and let's see some more. Good. Okay, go. All right. That's space. Oh, we've got the space. All right, try again. Good. And space. All right. And space. Don't forget the space. Good. Okay. Oh, I think you're getting that J now. Go. All right. Excellent. Tell me the dot numbers in a J.
2, 4, and 5.
Excellent. Okay, I want you to come down 2 lines. And we're actually going to write some of these words that we had, some of these J words that we had in our basket. How about that? Look at this one. And what did you say these were that start with a J?
Jack.
Jack. All right.
Easy.
That's another C. Be careful. I think you just did a C. Yeah. So what's the next letter after C?
K.
Yes. Excellent. Very good. You just wrote Jack in Braille.
I know how to spell it really fast.
Can you spell it really fast? Spell it really fast.
J-A-C-K.
Excellent. Okay. Do a couple of spaces. Very good. All right. Let's look at another thing that we have in our J basket.
Jump rope.
We do. We have a jump rope in our J basket. And let's write the word jump that starts with the J sound, okay? Jump. Jump is going to be, all right, this is going to have some of your new letters that you've just learned. So you may have to think really hard. J-U-M-P. Jump. Can you write that in Braille?
Easy.
All right.
Easy.
Think really hard about that U. Remember, there's only one dot number difference between the U and the M. Good. Wow, you remembered. You remembered. Okay. Good. All right. Now we've got the M.
Easy.
Got an M in your name. You did one for me just a minute ago. Good. And the last letter in the word jump.
P.
Right. Okay, go for it. All right, very good. You just wrote jump. All right, skip a couple of spaces.
I erase it.
You want to erase it? Sure. All right, let's find another thing in our basket here. How about
So, oh, jam.
jam? Jam. Jam is spelled. Of course, what's it going to start with?
J.
J. These all start with J. Jam. Jam.
Easy.
All right, well, let's see it. Perfect. Good.
There's no have church tonight.
No church tonight?
I mean, I don't have classes tonight
Oh,
at
okay.
church. Because this is the last night of my revival.
Oh, okay. What comes after the J, Emily? Mm-hmm. And what's the last
M.
letter in jam?
M.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Perfect. Couple of spaces. Okay. All right, we've got one more J word to do today.
Jelly beans. Jumping.
Yeah, we're going to write jelly. How about that? We're going to write jelly. Those are Easter jelly beans. Jelly starts with
J.
J.
Can put
J.
the dot.
You want to put the dot? Okay. Good. J E L L Y. Jelly. This is our last J word. Boy, you've got that J down now. Good.
Easy.
Okay, one more letter.
Easy.
Remember, Y is the one that has all those dots in it. There you go. Hey! Excellent job! You did it! And you know what I want you to do now? I want you to do a couple of spaces. Well, why don't we come down 2 lines? We're about to run out of room there. Okay? And I want you to think of a J word. Can you think of a word that starts with J to write?
Jack.
We wrote Jack. Can you think of another one that we didn't do? A word that starts with J. On J word to Braille. Can you think of one? What's another name for an airplane? An airplane that flies. Whoa, is that a J word? Do you want to do that one, or do you want to think of another one?
Do that one.
You want to do jet? Okay, how do you think you would spell jet?
J A T.
J-A-T.
Can I write the T?
Okay. Let's sound this out. What does J say?
J.
What does A say? A. J. A.
Jet. Jet.
Now I think we have a problem with that A. This says jat. Jat. What do you think that vowel should be in the middle of that word? J.
E.
E. I think maybe you're right. You want to erase that and we'll put an E there? Jet. That's right.
Here, I'll put it.
You want to put the E there? Okay. Okay. Can you do that in Braille? Okay. Let's see. What? Okay, I'll fix it. There you go. All right. Let's see if you can do that in Braille. Okay.
Easy.
That's correct. Very good. All right. Now T is going to be tricky because we haven't done T before. So I'm going to tell you the dot numbers that are in T, and you'll be making a new letter. Okay? 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you do that for me on the Braille writer? 2 and 3. Good. 4 and 5. Excellent. Okay.
Whoa, that was like a D on me. If you put like
Yes, you're right. 2 and 3 though. There you go. Okay. Very good. Good J paper. You know what we're going to do now?
what?
We're going to take it out and read it. Yeah, we're going to read what you wrote. We sure are. And then let's not forget to add that new letter to your board, okay? All right. Let's see what you've written here.
Can I put it on the board?
Sure, I'll let you put it on the board. Absolutely. Okay. What do we have here?
Name.
Okay. 9. Let's get your detective finger out and your helper finger. Okay. We've got that, your name. What is that one dot?
E. A 6. A capital letter.
Capital letter sign, dot 6. That's right. Can you find the next line for me? The first line that you wrote. Okay?
I'll skip one.
Yeah. There's the line your detective finger has. It good. What did you write there?
J.
Okay, you wrote J's. A whole bunch of J's, didn't you? Why don't you take your detective finger across there and feel what those J's all feel like. Okay. Do you think you'll be able to recognize that J when you see it in your words? Okay. Because we're getting
Probably.
probably good. Okay. Come down to the next line. Can you find the next line for me? And let's see what words you wrote. Do you know what word you wrote first? Did it start with a J? Okay. What's the next letter, do you think? J what?
Jelly.
No, it wasn't J. What's the next letter after J here? We got J and then what?
A.
A. That's right. J, A.
B.
Are the what dot? No,
Beside.
they're beside. You knew what I was going to ask you. Okay, if they're beside, then what letter is
C.
that? A C. Good. J, A, C. What's the last letter?
K.
K. Jack.
Didn't,
Jack.
that, K didn't come out very good.
The K didn't.
Top one.
The top dot didn't come out very good. That's your dot one. Okay. I'm sorry. All right, let's try the next word. You wrote Jack, and then what did you write? Do you remember what you wrote?
Jump.
Jump. Very good. Excellent. And the next word that you wrote was...
Jump.
Jump was the second word that you wrote. We just read that. Let's see if we can see the letters. J. And then what's that next letter?
Jam.
Jam. Very good. Excellent job. All right. Now the next word starts with a J. You go all the way across. What do you think that word is? Does it have two letters in the middle there that you know? What does it start with?
J.
J. And the next letter is one that's in your name.
A. I mean, no.
E.
E.
E. Good. All right. And the next letter?
L.
Good. And then what?
L.
Good. And the last letter is?
G.
Oh, of course it's O. Jello. Jello. All right. We've got two more words here. J.
J.
And the next letter is? It's one we learned last time.
Jelly.
No? Look at that ending one. Now you know that. What does that word end with?
A G.
A G. That was jug. Jug. All right, let's try the very last one.
Jelly beans.
Oh, very good. Actually, it was just jelly, but that's very good. Very good. All right, now, can you come back, have your helper finger come back, find the next line. Special J word.
Jet.
Jet. Very good. You did a fantastic job today. And what letter have you been studying in class?
J.
So, you're going to see a lot more J words and a lot more J things in class this week, aren't you? Can you tell Miss Jo the dot numbers that are in the letter J?
2, 4, and 5.
Excellent. Good remembering. Very good. Would you like to add that J to your alphabet board? Because these are all the letters that you've learned so far. Would you like to put that J on there? Good. Remember, you have to press real hard. Okay. Let's put it down at the bottom. Not quite on the card. There you go.
Oh.
Let's push. I'll help you. There. Look at all those letters. You've got 2 whole rows of letters now that you've learned in Braille.
This one's still kind of moving.
That's okay. Very good. So we're going to be doing some more things with Jay later this week, okay? I like the way that you remembered those dot numbers. It was very good. Would you like to have some jelly beans? Do you like jelly beans? Why don't you take Miss Jo's jelly beans and you can have those, okay?
You mean I can put them in my backpack?
You can put them in your backpack.
Reflection.
The student I just worked with is 5 years old, and she's in a general education kindergarten class. She has congenital glaucoma, and her condition at this time is not real stable. So she is learning print right now in the general kindergarten classroom, but we are also introducing Braille to her because it's very possible that print will not be functional for her in the future. She can only see print that is very, very large, such as what I did on the dry erase board. I even enlarged things in the kindergarten class for her. So we feel like Braille is going to be more functional for her in the future. So we are introducing her to Braille. She's just learning her alphabet letters at this point. And the order of letters which I'm introducing her to in Braille corresponds to the letters that they're doing in the regular classroom. So for instance, this week in the general ed classroom, they're working on the letter J. So this week I'm also introducing the letter J in Braille to her so that we have some flow there. She had a little problem with the letter J today because the past few letters that we have worked on have involved a dot 1 and a dot 3. The letter K, M, O, and U are the past few letters that we've worked on. So she's very used to using that dot 1 and dot 3 finger. So she kind of had to work on using that dot 2 finger on her left hand. So that was kind of interesting. But I knew right away why she was having a little problem with that. She's a very outgoing child. She has no social problems in the classroom. She's just wonderful. She's actually a new student to me, and she came to me at the beginning of January, and she was quite a scrubber. She had some problems with that. So we went for a little while without learning any new letters and worked just on tracking skills and that type of thing. But she seems to be doing a lot better with that now, and I'm just really pleased with the progress that she's made in Braille as an emergent reader.